after that. And of course, Dave Bartholomew had Fats Domino, and they smoothed it out to and they smoothed it out and commercialized it, and they had huge success. But the rhythms that feel of that rhythm led to so many more things and opened the doors for all of the New Orleans funk. It's all that, Pocky Way and Iko. It all comes from the same kind of syncopation that came from Professor Longhair, and he really was an architect in a style. So, for me, he's kind of the center of where all that music comes from.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you think you can play another song for us?
Sure. Let's see. Why don't I do? This is Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Professor Longhair had a couple of tunes that I call them the Mardi Gras anthems. One Keiko played was Big Chief, and if you're down here during Mardi Gras or if you're local, you'll hear that about a billion, like as much as you hear Christmas carols. You'll hear Big Chief, you'll hear Second Line, and you'll hear Mardi Gras in New Orleans. And the groove of it is the basis of what the New Orleans Mambo is about. And this is what is the distinction from playing a square thing of either a 2-beat or straight 8 to, 8 to the bar, which we call boogie woogie. This is the mambo, and I always like to play it as an example of what Longhair contributed to the whole sound. And this is really the New Orleans mambo, and this is Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
And this is Joe Krown live at WWOZ FM New Orleans. Joe Krown live at the WWOZ studios. We celebrate Professor Longhair's birthday. We just heard his version of Mardi Gras in New Orleans. And Joe, man, thank you so much for taking some time out to educate us about the great Professor Longhair.
Thanks for having me, Murph.
So I've been asking everybody a question, and I'm going to ask you this one. If you could meet Professor Longhair today and ask him one question, what would you ask him?
Oh, well, that question has to be is where did he get it from?
Where did he get it from?
I've heard all kinds of stories. You know, the thing about New Orleans is you ask 10 people the same question, you'll get about 25 different answers. And I've heard different things from different people saying that it was, you know, Caribbean influence. Sometimes you'd hear he would, you know, if the weather was right, you get some Caribbean radio stations. Some people said he was in the military near the border, Mexico and New Mexico or something for about 6 months, and he heard it there. Or some people say this and some people say that. I'd really like to know exactly where it is.
Agreed, because there's everything seems to be in his music. Like,
there's so much mystique about how he came up with it and where it really was rooted. I know he claimed that it was Toots Washington, but Toots was never that deep into it. There's a little bit, there's hints of it in some of in some of the music that he had, but nothing as deep as what Longhair did with all this and how he formulated all these rhythms. I mean, Mardi Gras New Orleans has so many counter rhythms, and what I mean by counter rhythms, there's one thing going in this way, and there's something playing totally against it in another way. And how did he come up with that? I mean, where did that come from? Because there was nothing else like that. Everything was very square, very much on the beat, very, you know, swinging or straight ahead, you know, boogie or stride or something like that. And he just came up out of the blue with all this amazing stuff that influenced generations of piano players and music.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
That's
Great
what I would
question.
ask him.
All right, Joe. Well, thanks so
Bert.
much for playing some music for us. We got some more music coming your way, but right